Okay, we're here again outside the Hyde Park Picture House, where we've just come out of the screening of the Irish film Savage. Mixture of cold in the ending of the film there. I'm not ashamed to admit it. It was bloody gruesome at points, but fantastic acting, great script, and something that you really, really should check out if you do get a chance. We were lucky enough to also have a Q&A session with the director, Brendan Muldowney, and that was very enlightening. A couple of very good questions asked there.
Brendan Muldowney, director of Savage. Everyone. So before we open it up for a couple of your questions, a couple of things that I'd like to ask Brendan. Phenomenon is a genre festival, but it's a genre section of Leeds International Film Festival. But everyone has this perception of genre cinema that it's just a bit of fun, but what we loved about Savage is that it has this massive social commentary about violence in general, really. Is that your phone? Yeah. Bad timing. So we'd just like to explain a bit about what made you inspired to make this commentary, make this film.
I mean, it's very hard. This is something I battle with in my head the whole time. And when I saw Simon Romney's film yesterday, Red, White and Blue, it's the same type of thing. That, like, I love horror films, but I love them when they really make me feel something, or they, it's hard to explain, but when you're talking about social commentary, and I suppose that's really what it is, and I don't want to sound pretentious, but it's like, I like being challenged in the cinema, I suppose, and like many times I've been challenged. I mean, Irreversible challenged me, but yet I'm sort of suspicious of why or what he's saying, you know. I like revenge films, but I also like revenge films that mean something or say something to me, rather than just Death Wish, you know, which is a sort of simplistic view of it. There was also, I'm just going to tell you, the genesis of the film was, there was a case in New York called the Subway Vigilante, Bernard Goetz. In the 80s, he was on a subway and a couple of guys came up to him and asked him for cash, and he shot them, speed shot them. I think he'd been practicing, and when he went to court, it transpired that he had been mugged before and had taken to riding the subways in dangerous areas, sort of looking for trouble. So it also, a witness said that he had stood over one guy and said, "You don't look like you've had enough," or something like this, and shot them again. Anyway, what I really liked was there was two sides to it. It was like, some people were saying he has every right to defend himself, and other people were saying, no, this is taking it too far. And I like that sort of, there's a complexity within how far can you take defending yourself.
When you were writing the scripts, where did the motivation come from? Something personal that happened to you, or did you feel it was a film that needs to be made at this time, or what was your drive writing it?
It wasn't personal, but you're making me think about the script, and I know there's problems in the script, but it wasn't personal. It was more, I suppose, well, okay, if you want personal, I grew up with a father who probably would have always had a baton beside his bed, in his car, always thinking of stuff like that. The stun gun in the film is his, you know, so so I'm coming from someone who thinks like that, you know, a father who thinks like that.
Your job for the Irish Tourist Board, how's that going?
Well, we were going to ask them to put money in. Port Falch, Ireland. Look, the thing is, you know, when you make films, especially in Ireland, you talk to the creators and the film board and all, nobody's thinking about selling. You can't be making tourist board films, you know. I mean, no, but it's true. I mean, that's a question I get asked a lot. But like, I love films from other countries that don't show. It's not like, this isn't a representation of Ireland at all. It's you know, it's a film in itself.
Is Ireland a good place to be right now? Like when it comes
No, we're about to go bust.
I do recall films, like, are they receptive to challenging films like this being made?
You know, they allowed us to do it, and I'm really grateful for that. And I think maybe they appreciate. I get the feeling from the film board and from the community that they are glad that this was made in Ireland, or that they allowed it to be made. And maybe, I mean, yeah, there's a very open sort of feeling in Ireland at the moment, and I hope it stays. I hope the film board stays in the next budget, really, yeah. The next film, and we're close to making it unless everything falls apart. It's an adaptation of a Japanese novel called, the novel was called In Love with the Dead, and sounds crazy, there is necrophilia in it, but it's the polar opposite to Savage. It's a love story, and it's a beautiful thing, even though it's got dark subject matter. So
We look forward to seeing that.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.